Have children lost love and respect for their parents in this day and age? I want to talk about this topic. There's been a lot of people talking about their children and how they feel like their children have been disrespectful and they be on their phones nowadays. They don't listen no more. Children are not the way they used to be. So in this video, I want to talk about whether or not children still love their parents or respect their parents, okay? And before I get into it, I am a father. I'm a son and a father. 3 boys, man. So, your boy out here raising boys and raising kids just like the rest of you guys. So, I think I could talk about this topic a little bit. So I want to get in here, give my thoughts and opinions. Really appreciate everybody for checking into the video. I'm Get a Mic. If you guys new to this channel, this is a pretty new channel. So you guys, if you want, feel free to subscribe to the channel. Bell icon, share the video, all that good stuff. And let me know down in the comment section your thoughts, man. I got a couple of videos I want to show today. Just people talking about their kids and how they feel about kids of today. And it made me want to really get in here and discuss this topic because I feel like I got a pretty decent outlook on this, and I feel like I kind of understand a little bit about what's going on just to get the conversation started. And if you guys disagree or agree, that's fine. Please be respectful. Put your thoughts down in the comment section and we'll chop it up down there. Now, in this first video I found on TikTok, I believe the guy's name is Cal Doe. Shout out to you, man. I just want to use this video as a teaching tool and a lesson. And I want to get in here and let's listen to what he's saying and let's break it down. Let's get into it.
One thing I observed, kids of today don't really love us parents. I mean, they tolerate us just so they could get our money, just so we could buy them things. Like I said, I'm not dogging no parents. I was in the store. Mom, she was with what I assume was her 2 teenage boys. Them little boys' mouth and mannerisms, they were so free. And one thing I noticed about her, she was very cautious on her words and real delicate. And them 2 teenage boys was running all over her. And I didn't like it. Now, I'm not dogging her. But I'm saying, like, these kids don't really love us, man. When I was a kid, when my parents told me something, I actually listened.
All right, so he says when he was a child, when his parents told him something, he actually listened, okay? First of all, I understand in today's society, we do have a lot of single parent households, okay? So I would imagine the story that this brother is telling about the 2 teenage boys in the store with his mom, that could play a part in it, okay? We don't have the full details, but I guarantee you, a big part in why a lot of these children today are disrespectful and rude, okay, not 100%, but a large portion of this is because they do not have a father in the home, okay? As much as most of you guys know, the mother is usually the nurturer, the one that cares for the kids since they're babies. They nurture them, they get them what they need, get them their clothes, feed them, things of that nature. The father is usually the teacher of more, stronger subjects, tougher things outside, hunting, sports, learning firearms, things that fathers are usually the ones to teach them more tougher subjects. And a lot of times we're not getting fathers in the homes teaching children. Okay, that's what I noticed the first thing. Okay, nothing is 100%, but let's continue this video, and I got a lot more I want to talk about in this one, so let's finish this up.
I was quiet and I listened to what they were saying. These kids not like that, man. You try to tell them, I know, okay. I mean, my kids included, so I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm better than nobody. My kids included. Only time some of our kids talk to us is when they want our money, when they want us to buy them something. You know what I'm saying? Being a parent's hard because you got the addition of that cell phone, man. That cell phone.
You know what? Let me pause it right there. Absolutely, absolutely. I understand what he's talking about when it comes down to the children only wanting you to buy them things. And I think a lot of that, man, in all honesty, it's on the parents. A lot of the stuff where the children just are needy and want things is on the parents. Now, I would say this about my own sons, okay? Mainly my oldest son, my junior. One of the things that got me in my early parenting, okay, I've been a parent since I was like 20. One of the things that I understood from early parenting was that it was nothing I can do to make my son grateful for the things I bought him. Okay, when I became a father, I was super hyped, couldn't wait. I was so amped up to teach my son and love him and get him what he needed. I was so amped up to be a dad. I just wanted to be in his life. I wanted to be there. I was the happiest moments of my life. But one of the things that shocked me and took me for a loop was how ungrateful my son was. And the reason I believe that to be the case is because a lot of times when these kids are young, personality traits and things of that nature varies because, some children are more needy than others. Some young boys, they value things as opposed to some young boys value time. And one of the things I think was with my situation, my oldest son, was that I believe him to value time and quality time, teaching moments, things of that nature was what was his personality. Okay, he wasn't a huge material child at the time. He was more along the lines of just wanting to play, wanting to be around dad. He just wanted to do things more so than have things, if that makes sense. But a lot of times, man, you have, children are very materialistic children. And some parents try to be more along the lines of trying to, do things apart from buying them children, buying them things. And a lot of times the children have attitudes and things of that nature. And I think a large reason why that is because a lot of times you have to instill discipline in the children as far as really not buying them things, really not getting them things too much that they want, but more along the lines of just making you. Some of these children you got to make life tough on. I'm sorry. A lot of times the children are soft. A lot of times they haven't learned a lot. They have a low work ethic. And a lot of times you just got to be on them, man. You got to wake them up early. You got to make them do yard work. You got to make certain children do certain things on a regular basis. You got to consistently make their life a training process in order for them to appreciate things on the other side of things. You know what I mean? Because a lot of times these kids come up, they're way less appreciative than we were because they have so much more than we had when we were kids. You know what I'm saying? So they got a lot more than what we had. So let's get back into this video real quick.
If a kid or child, whoever, teenager is on their cell phone all day, they tune the rest of the world out, including their parents. They tune them out. Let's say your kid on the phone, deep in their phone, and you tell them something. Usually the response is going to be, okay, all right. They're not even listening to what you're saying. They just want you to stop talking to them so they can jump back on their phone. You know what I'm saying? And think of it like this as well. Some of us parents are an example as well, as far as being on your phone all the time. Kid, if the kid did want to talk to you, the kid can't talk to you because you on your phone all the time.
And I agree with that. For the most part, I definitely agree with that. The children on the phones, and this goes back to just being a parent, man. Especially if your children is under 16, under 15, 16. That phone, in my personal opinion, should be always in your possession for the most part. And that thing should only go to them whenever you need to make contact with them. If they're old enough to stay at home and you need to step out, go to the store, whatever you need to do, you give them that phone just for communication purposes. But when it starts getting to a time where it's like, hey, man, it's starting to get, dark, 8 o'clock, 9, it's time to confiscate that phone and get that thing back from your kid, man. A lot of times parents, they give their kids the phone like it belongs to them when you're paying the bill. If you paying your child's phone bill, it is your responsibility to make sure you understand how much time these children are getting with this phone. And that goes for me too. You don't just let your children have the phone and be able to use the phone to do what they want with the phone as long as they have it. It's like, come on, man, you're the one paying for the phone. You're the parent. These kids are not your friends. They're your children. Our job is to teach the children right from wrong and to teach them and prepare them to be fully grown adults in today's society. We're supposed to be able to teach them a certain way, and we got to have some backbone as parents. We can't be sitting up here letting our kids do whatever they want to do and then think that they're supposed to respect us, and they're not going to respect us. You know what I mean? It's just no way for them to respect us if they don't see us giving them discipline and boundaries and things of that nature. And that's a lot of times in today's age, a lot of us, we're trying so hard to be better than our parents. We trying so hard to be better than our parents financially, and we just trying to be better versions of our parents, that a lot of times we leave out a lot of the good things that our parents taught us, and we're leaving out a lot of the good morals, and we're leaving out a lot of the good training that our parents gave us, trying to be different. You know what I'm saying? Not all the time was the things and ways in which our parents taught us bad. Yes, no, our parents wasn't perfect. They made mistakes. There was a lot of things our parents did that was wrong. But however, a lot of the things our parents did do is what made some of us strong today. It's what made a lot of us able to work, make money, and just be disciplined. A lot of our parents had certain attributes that taught us correctly, and we're trying so hard to be different from our parents that a lot of times our children are not being raised correctly. Now, do everybody have the right way to raise children? No, all of us are failing parents that's trying. All of us parents are just giving it our best shot trying to raise these kids, but we also have to hold each other accountable as parents. We got to say, hey man, you know what I'm saying, this is the way we should do things. You know, back in the day where they used to say it takes a village to raise a child. Sometimes some parents have certain better parent attributes than other parents, and we need to take we need to take tips and things from each other and take correction from each other in order to make us better parents. But a lot of times us parents out here, we just think we so grown. These are my kids, and you can't tell me how to raise my kids. And then the kids are missing out and they're losing out. And he's going to say something, if I'm not mistaken, either this video or either the Corey Holcomb video that I'm about to play. He's going to say something along the lines of these kids, like other people. I'm not sure if it's in these videos. It could be comments too, but there's a statement that said a lot of people think the kids like other people's parents better than they like their own. But a lot of times we got to take tips and tricks from other parents. We need to be talking to each other, communicating with each other, understanding, hey, what are you doing with your child? Oh, okay, I can implement that with my child. It's a lot of things we got to learn as parents. None of us have it perfect, man, but we all out here learning, okay?
You know what I'm saying? So we got to keep that in mind, because at this point, I don't think our kids really love us. I think for the most part, we're just live in the same house with them, or they just sit back, kick their feet up. Oh, I need mom or dad to do this for me, or to buy this. You know what I'm saying? And that's why most of us parents now are working harder and longer in life to coddle to our kids, to make them happy and satisfied, and I hope I'm on their good side. You know what I'm saying? Too many parents afraid to be their kids, be the bad guy sometimes. And I'm gonna say this ain't me dogging nobody, especially single parents. In my opinion, single parents coddle their kids and want to be their kids' best friends more because they feel like you're all the kid has.
And that's facts. That's facts. A lot of the parenting issues start with the relationships between the parents. About 8 to 9 times out of 10, when you have children that's disrespectful, they don't love their parents, they have all these issues, a lot of times it's going to start with your relationship with your children's parent, with the spouse, your children's other half. Okay? If you're the wife or you're the baby mom, you're not with the father no more, you still got the kids, those kids are going to have issues. They're going to act up. They're going to have problems. If you're a single father and the mom, you guys didn't work it out, but the kid is living with you, that kid is going to have issues. Okay? And the percentages vary, but for the most part, single parents, a lot of times, they act as if their kid is their friend. They treat them like they're God's gift to the earth, and they don't teach them certain values and train them in certain ways. And the children ends up resenting the parent a lot of times for that. You know what I mean? We can't be our children's friends. We have to be their parents. We have to be their teachers. Okay? And we understand that a lot of times today's school system got the kids more than we do. You know, a lot of times they have them 8-9 hours out of the day. But when we do get our children, it's very important that we be the first teachers of our children. We need to be training them, teaching them how to clean up, teaching them how to be respectful, how to talk. Sometimes I try to have trivia with my kids. I try to, ask them questions over and over again to instill certain things in their brain. I try to make sure they say yes, sir, and yes, ma'am to me and my wife. It's a lot of things you have to try to do, man. You have to try harder whenever you bring kids into this earth, man. It's a very, very important job that we have as parents. We got to try to instill stuff in our kids and teach our children how to be better, man. I mean, it's not going to work 100% of the time because everybody's different. Children have different traits, but like I said before, it takes a village to raise a child. You know what I mean? You shouldn't be the only person in your child's life as parents. We should have brothers, sisters, parents, mothers, fathers. Everybody should have some sort of hand in our children's lives. That way they have a well-roundedness of parents or authority figures to learn from, to get certain attributes from. So a lot of times we think because we had the kid, it's our kid, but it's not our kid, okay? And a lot of times the children, or how would I say, children in general don't only share DNA just from the two parents, okay? A lot of times they're a collection of DNA from our parents, parent, all the way back, the family tree. So they're going to be getting different attributes and traits from people that come way before us, and we thinking, why is this kid acting like this? I don't act like that, but not 9 times out of 10, that's not even an attribute that you even really have. It's a different DNA trait that they might have picked up from past forefathers. So it's like a lot of times what is important to do is have a well-rounded people that can deal with it with your children. Okay, you, the other parent, the grandparents, the aunties, the cousins, everybody need to be involved with children if you having these types of issues. And I know this video is getting kind of long, but I haven't even really started the other video yet.
So if it's just you two, you don't want the kid to feel like, I can't talk to dad, I can't talk to mom. You know what I'm saying? You don't want them to feel that way. So you may overlook more. You may tolerate more. You may have more of a relationship as their friend than their parent, But to sum it up, our kids don't love us. Thank you for your time. Out.
Yeah, man. So it all depends, man. I think our children, they only gonna show you love and respect if you are their primary teacher. Okay, we understand, like I said before, the school system is going to basically have our children for the majority of the time, and 9 times out of 10, those the ones that's teaching us are usually the ones that we're going to respect more. And I think that's really what it boils down to most of the time, is we're not teaching our children. When you teach the children, that's going to have a direct correlation to the amount of respect that they have for you. A lot of us just go to work every single day, work 8 to 10 to 12 hours a day. We come home, we be on our phones, we do our own thing, and the kids just wake up and go to school for the the remainder of their childhood. And a lot of these parents barely know their kids. You know what I mean? A lot of them barely know their children. So it's like, we got to be better as parents to try to spend more time. If that means you have to start a business so you can make your own hours, whatever it is you got to do, you got to deal with the kids a little bit more if you want them to be the way we were when we were growing up. Okay, if you want them to have a more stronger relationship and be more respectful and all of that good stuff. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to get to this Corey Holcomb video. I might just do another video on this next, because this video is already 20 minutes long. So I'm gonna probably cut it right here, and then I'll just I'll just drop pretty much my reaction to this Corey Holcomb video next, man. But I appreciate everybody for checking into the video. I have been a little bit under the weather. That's why my voice kind of probably sounded a little bit bad, but really appreciate everybody for checking into the video. This your boy Get a Mic. Much love, peace, and blessings. And I'll be back in here with more content here shortly, y'all. Peace out.